Welcome back to another episode of the Offer Hustle. It's your favorite cousin, Deona Hustle. Big shout out to NSPN. This is like 27, episode 27? 28. Yeah. Shout out to you for tapping in once again. Shout out to Zoo Studios. You know, we're always here each and every week. Make sure you book your studio time. Not later, but now. All right. We have a solo episode today. We got a couple things we need to get into. Now, I'll be honest. I've had like one of them type of weeks where it's like, everything been getting on my nerves. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just been one of them weeks that you just be like, you know what? I filter myself or I filter the way I say stuff to people. But unfortunately, the filter is no longer for this weekend. So, there's that. The first conversation I want to pick up with Esai, because we were just talking about this and I wanted to know from a perspective, make sure you hop on the mic and let the people know your race that'll explain what I'm about to say. But before I do.
Okay.
This conversation I've had with my friends who typically are people that are African-American or Black or biracial or whatnot. But I don't really know the best way to approach this when I'm in an environment of people that don't speak Spanish. I mean, they don't speak English well, and I can tell, and I want to help. Like, I want to mention, I know Spanish. I took it. They forced me to take it in high school, and then I had to take it to graduate college. So I might not be like fluent in it. But I want to hop in. Is that racist? And let the people know what your race is.
I am Mexican, and I don't think it is. Any bit of effort, I think, is like, I think it's respectful in a way. Because
I was in an Uber the other day, and he was like, I could tell. I looked at the directions he had. It was like, it was in Spanish.
There you go.
All that. Let me figure it out. So it's just been a long week. But I could tell that he could not speak English well because of the way he even greeted me. I was just like, oh, okay, cool. But once I got out the car, I was just like, gracias. And he looked back and was like, what you know about that? But I didn't know if I didn't want to offend him either, because I feel like sometimes if you interject, if somebody tried to interject and sound Black or use certain vernacular that we have, I'll be like, look at this guy.
Okay, I didn't think about it that way.
That's how I would look at it. So a lot of times I want to hop in a conversation when I can tell that it's people that might speak Spanish, but I don't want to feel like I'm trying to intrude on that, you know?
Yeah, so the difference in what you just said is like accent compared to language.
Okay.
You know
what
I
I'm
mean?
not doing no yes.
Because
but some of the words have to have an accent.
Baltimore accent? It's crazy.
Okay, yeah, you too. That's different. I'm talking about, like, if I say certain words in Spanish, I have to roll it off the tongue. So it might come off like I'm trying to.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm just trying to be nice.
Like
and
there, you're not just putting on an accent with English words behind it.
Like, if I said it like that, that'd be a problem.
Oh, thank you. like you're saying it in a different language, so you're adding the tone to it, which is fine because that means you're trying.
Yeah, that's all I want to do is try. And I'd be wanting to be inclusive. Like, I wish I did speak Spanish fluently because there's so many conversations I would have hopped in.
Yeah, but if I would went to New York or something and tried to throw on a Brooklyn accent or something.
Yeah, they'd be like,
what the fuck's this guy's problem?
But if you in New York, I will say the thing that feel like is different from Midwest and cities, and other cities is New York is a melting pot of people. Mm-hmm. So it's acceptable to look one way and then speak another. Mm-hmm. You do that in the Midwest a little bit, people will look at you kind of crazy. Fair enough. It's normal in them other cities that it's just it is literally a melting pot.
Yeah.
But that was just a quick little conversation. I really wanted to I wanted to know your opinion on that because I wanted to know. Because now I'm finna start saying gracias a little bit more.
Yeah.
No, I got a couple other muy bien, y tú. I got some más o menos, y tú. Más o menos, I see. That was my favorite. Yeah. If I didn't know anything in school, because that's a good answer, because so, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. ¿Qué pasa?
So when you say I don't understand in Spanish, it's no entiendes, but
because I don't understand.
Yeah,
right?
What American people like to do, what I've heard, is they'll say no Nintendo.
I ain't never heard nobody say that. I ain't never heard nobody say that.
Yeah. Maybe it's because me being Mexican, people try it.
They might try it.
They might try it.
Yeah, I don't know. But switching gears, some of the stuff I do want to highlight today, Nightlife. We've talked about this a while ago, 20 weeks ago. But it's been a new article that the Kansas City Star came out with. I didn't fully dive into it yet, but I know that it was just centered around the changing landscape of nightlife in Kansas City. And I think they were able to get some different DJs as far as their input. Shout out to DJ Duke. she was also included into that article. But one of the things I want to mention is when it comes to music, as far as genre of music, it's been changing like crazy. I don't know if you've noticed it when you go places, but like, or even look on social media. There's a thing called Everyday People that's in different countries and a bunch of big markets in the country. Shout out to Gio. He just got me hip on it. But it's common for a lot of these other places to play multiple genres of music. Like they hop around. There's no such thing as it's just hip hop or it's just R&B. They do everything because they're catering to everybody, all walks of life, which goes back to that New York thing. Is like, you go to New York, everybody's doing everything. You got black people that look straight blackity black that's speaking 4 different languages. And same thing for Asians, Hispanics, and beyond. Mm-hmm. It's just common over there. But when you come to the Midwest, people just be, we just do this. Yeah. So I feel like that's a big deal when it comes to the changing landscape of music. Is don't nobody want to just hear one genre no more. Even when I DJ, and I'm not a DJ, but when I DJ, that was part of why I wanted to do it, because I'm like, I want to do what I want to do. I want to play what I want to play. I'll play a Cheetah Girls theme song. I'll play anything. It won't matter. I'll play some Paramore, some Maroon 5, Panic of the Disco, whatever their name is. I heard somebody put that over.
I'm leaving the club. No,
you said what?
I said I'm leaving the club.
No, it's fire. I played it before over like some Anita Baker. It's fire. But see, I like that.
I'm not a nightlife person, at all. That. So like when I do go out, mm-hmm. which isn't often, mm-hmm. if it's not music that I know of, mm-hmm. then I'm not really fucking with it. Yeah. Even if it sounds great, the mixes are all good. If it's not music
When's the last time you've been out? Like out like
when I was in San Diego, I went out.
Okay, so you don't really go out here. Yeah, no. It's not many clubs here.
Right. Yeah.
Like it's not a club heavy in type of environment.
Like P&L is like more like bar style.
But I just told somebody this, that I feel like Kansas City primarily is a bar hopping type of city. Sure. This isn't a club, big club scene, and it's okay. People settle down and bring families here. Yeah. Like this doesn't need to be in Atlanta, and I think sometimes people get obsessed with the idea of, I want to turn into this and that. But you have to understand what this is. Yeah. Like, this ain't that.
It'd be nice to have a Magic City around here, though.
Y'all wouldn't spend no money. Like, it's no need for that. I think people need to understand their audience and understand that Kansas City is Kansas City. Atlanta's Atlanta. Yeah. Denver is Denver. Like, New York is New York. Yeah. Canada is Canada. You don't have to bring those vibes. Now, bringing certain ideas, I think, is a good thing. Yeah. You see an idea, you're like, I want to implement that in Kansas City. By all means, do that. But trying to turn Kansas City into we want to be like Houston. Absolutely not.
Something that's not.
Absolutely not. Houston club scene, as far as when it comes to sections, that's when I learned they sectioned out. Mm-hmm. The line for the sections to get in the club moves quicker than it is for individuals. Mm. It's more focused on that. There's no area for people like individuals just to hang around. Like if you ain't got no section, it's like, what you doing? You have no point in going to the club. It's awful, by the way. Yeah. You have to really plan to go to Houston, for real. That's why I do prefer Dallas, but shout out to both of them. Shout out to Texas.
Out here, I've been lucky that, we'll go to the club and the group I'm with just gets lucky enough to get a VIP because we don't plan to go.
Yeah, it's on the humbug.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always random.
Yeah. No, I agree with that, too. Because most of the time, I got a section for the first time, on my own, where I was in control of it recently, and I saw how much it seems like a lot when it comes to dealing with everything and making sure everybody's situated. Yeah. Normally, we know people that have sections, or the pretty privilege is a thing. So me and all my sisters, we'll go somewhere not playing, and maybe we meet some people, and they just come on, just regular stuff. It's not even trying to get at nobody. It's just we all just here having a good time. Come to the section, sit down, have a drink. Right. It's cool. It's no big deal. I saw this the other day about, this is related to nightlife. And so give me your opinion on this. It's about kind of gatekeeping versus quality control. Mm-hmm. I personally feel like gatekeeping is not always a negative thing. But I think the way to word it is quality control. Mm-hmm. Where I have seen certain venues that don't have, and even people that host events and put events together, where they don't know the right people to implement in their event, and then things get out of control. Where it's like, there's an event space, they just start letting anybody throw events. And they stop kind of caring to the point where they ended up losing their business. You can't be so money focused that you lose like your business line of being like, okay, we ain't gonna cross this. Yeah. We ain't finna let in just anybody. And I feel like people be like, no, that's gatekeeping, nah. When it's really like you have to control your brand. If your brand is a multi-purpose type of space, by all means, anybody, people can have baby showers there, quinceañeras, it don't matter what it is.
I see you.
That was fire, huh? Yeah, I ate that up. But I think people they don't stick to the business plan. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You start an event space for this, and then like, yeah, we gonna be strict. We ain't gonna do, you can't wear this.
Yeah.
Then I get on Facebook Live and I see everybody wearing the stuff that you said you can't wear in here.
Right.
Where's your what's the line in here?
That's where they switch up to all money's green.
Literally, they switch up because they realize that the money that they expect to pull in, they ain't pulling in. Yeah. Once again, you gotta know your audience,
know your demographic, yeah.
Know your demographic and know your traffic. But I just feel like it's not a bad thing for it to be like people that have their own businesses to just kind of understand with their brand.
Yeah.
Even certain companies as far as big names, Wendy's, whatever, that might not never team up with certain people just because it's like, this isn't my brand.
Right.
I see Wendy's teaming up with OnlyFans, I'm gonna have questions. That's what I'm saying. That's just kind of crazy to hear. But it's nothing. But people don't look at that as crazy. It could happen in 2025, but that's the money is green type of conversation.
Yeah.
Like you gonna do whatever you need to get a little.
That's where I think like the members only stuff, like in good company, like that model, I think is on the rise. Like obviously there's still things to kind of hash out, but doing something that you can completely control what you're curating is very rare. But I think people are coming around to seeing that's a solid model to use.
Yeah, I think that they should. And another part of like entertainment is just that nightlife thing. And I saw somebody say this on Twitter, and then I keep seeing it being brought up on Facebook, where it's like promoters or just event organizers, whatever you want to call them, have to be a little bit more prepared when it comes to events. Meaning, don't book 50 people and not know where you want each of them to play a part.
Right.
People be booking like 10 hosts for an event that's only 3 hours.
Right.
Where are these people gonna fit in? Like I've hosted an event, and this is another part of being prepared, where it was like, it low key was like 6-7 hosts. No cap. Kid you not. And I'm already was like, for what?
Their audiences. They just want the audience.
And some people just book people because they feel like attaching people's name is going to help the event. They might not even want some of them on the mic, because not everybody hosts the same way.
For sure.
Some people just host because they in a section and they lit.
Yeah.
And they bring the baddies. Baddie shot o'clock. They bring the baddies. So that's cool if that's how you host. But don't book 30 people and not have a vision on how they're going to all work together or play their role. You should have an understanding of who you hiring for your team. And I had a situation where I was like one of the 6 that was hosting, and I think it was only my mic that I brought, because I already knew what it was gonna be. I'm like, I know they not gonna have no this venue or the people that's putting this together are not gonna think about this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring my own mic because I ain't got time for this. Get there, it's my mic, and the DJ had their mic. DJ finna use their mic, so they not finna give it up really.
Right.
And I think the person that was a part of the venue ended up at least being generous to give one. So you really only got 7 people hosting and only 1 mic to go around.
Yeah,
that's crazy. You know how many events I've done where I'm doing something and the people know we're coming. Say it's me or Brian, and like they know it's gonna be us two. Before we go on stage, it'd be the same thing. Not all the time. The tech person or whoever be like, I got 1 mic. Can you guys pass it back and forth? No, we're 2 people. We're two people. And people will do that too, because they might be hiring people that might not be equipped for it, or they might have been a miscommunication. Right. They just didn't tell them like, hey, we got 2 hosts.
Lack of prep.
Yeah, just lack of prep. So it happens a lot. So you just have to, of course, try to improvise where you can. But sometimes it's like, why y'all invite people not telling them what it's going to be? And then on the host end, some hosts need to just ask more questions. If you see 50 people on the ticket and you don't have your own mic, you might need to make preparation to do otherwise. Because other than that, you're just going to be standing on the stage. Just looking. No bottle, no drink, just looking. And I feel like that all goes to investing in yourself. If you are willing to up your craft, if you feel like that this is what you want to do, especially if you're making money in it, you got to take out the time to say, I'm going to take the money that I done made for the past several bookings and I'm going to invest it back to myself. That's simple. I'm not saying life ain't hard because, I mean, we all got responsibilities. Like, it's plenty of times I done got some money and ran it off on something that was just like, now where you buy that? This ain't no investment. But to me, I'll make it seem like it's a reasonable investment for sure. I'll talk to that person on my shoulder and be like, yeah, we need this. You need a chain because it's part of the brand.
Yep.
And that is true. But invest in yourself, because if you don't, then it's really purposeless, because you're going to stay in the same part of your career or whatever aspect you not improving in. And then it's going to be somebody else that passes you up. And you'll be like, man, why they get this opportunity, or why they do this and why they do that? Comparing yourself to somebody that you shouldn't be. And I do think that's another thing. People need to stop comparing themselves. He just like, yeah, facts.
Big facts.
Because you're going to steal your joy trying to look at somebody else's life. And like, I do look at other things like on a real level. For my career, I follow and I make sure online that I'm tapped into people that I feel like are in bigger markets than me.
Right.
So that I can make sure that I'm on my game.
Yeah,
but I'm not looking at you to be like, oh, dang, I'm not doing this, or
this motherfucker did this.
Yeah. Like, I'm not looking at them for that. If anything, it inspires me to continue on my path. But people really be looking at other people's social media, jealous. Flattery. Yeah, mad, like, man, they got this opportunity, they got this award, and I thought I was going to get it.
Yeah.
That don't matter.
Keep it moving.
Keep it moving, invest in yourself, and invest in your craft, because that's really all you can do at the end of the day. At the end of the day, in the words of Glorilla, the day got to end. And that's just a fact. And that's part of switching gears, this a relationship divide conversation. And since you are a guy, this is, I think you're going to be on my side.
We'll see. I feel like we disagree on a lot. You know?
I don't know. I feel like we be on the same note. I feel like, I don't know, maybe
like
not.
With most things. With
most like big things.
Sure.
Might be like some little minor things. The homeschooling, not my steez.
Right.
But I'm also an only child who probably could have been homeschooled and I still would have came out the same way. I get it.
Yeah.
I think this is just my thought process. I really feel like when I see at least some of the guys say this online regarding relationships, I think sometimes men think that when women don't want a guy that, or a woman or whatever, don't want somebody that is not ambitious or that financially can't even take care of themselves, they label her as a gold digger. Like, people be wanting women to struggle. They be like, well, you ain't gonna stick with them. If you can't take care of yourself, what sense does it make to add me?
Yeah.
And I feel like people don't understand it's a line. At least the women I know. There's, of course, you got your gold diggers out there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But the people that be thinking women are gold diggers be broke. What are they coming to get from you?
Yeah.
Your time?
Your time.
Like, really? So that's what I do think that on a real level, I think there's a disconnect in some guys, not all, because it's a lot of men that understand, like, a lot of guys that I know, they get to the bag. And if they not getting to the bag, they not going to talk to nobody because they not getting to the bag. So it's like, well, why would I talk to somebody if my duck's not in a row? Yeah. So I would love if you just your thoughts. If that's why I say I feel like we'll be on the same wavelength with that. I don't know.
We are. It comes with being an adult. You know, like, especially if you guys are adults living on your own and all that shit. If you're single and say my age, like 26, right? Mm-hmm. And you're actively looking for a companion or whatever, and you don't got your shit together, you should rethink.
You should
fucking doing that right now until you get your shit together. Now,
until you do
that, when you're younger, like say like we're fresh out of high school, you jump in the workforce.
You kids, yeah, right.
That's the time when you're supposed to struggle together. If need be.
Because that might be the most, I mean, you might struggle with somebody, period. Like, some stuff might happen. We're not saying if you with somebody and everything's cool and then you hit a hard time, leave them. That's not what we talking about. No. But like in the beginning. High school is different because y'all probably both at y'all mama crib, like their expectations are different.
Yeah, no, that's what I said, out of high school.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like that makes sense. You're going to struggle. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Don't let you go to college, too. Oh, you're going to be broke for another 4 years.
Maybe even 30 years, paying back that loan.
Buckle up. I'm still paying Sally Mae, and I'm trying to figure out how to finagle myself up out of there.
Yeah.
of paying that because I don't want to.
Man.
But I mean, these are student loans, and we did sign up for them, so I get it.
Now there are still gold diggers though.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. There are gold diggers.
They're not non-existent.
But the guys that I see, and I've seen a couple guys online that be like, as soon as like it was a clip that we posted, and it did numbers where people were like, I think you asked me, like, what if he got a nice personality?
Right.
Or what if they do this? And I'm like, I don't think that a woman should still deal with him because you don't have your ducks in a row. And I think people miss the part of that, and they just be like, well, just because he ain't got no money don't mean he's not a good guy. Nobody said that.
Yeah.
They're saying if you don't have your stuff together,
right,
don't add nobody else. And that's for men and women.
Yeah.
I don't like when I see dudes dealing with broke women either.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Why would you do that?
Why?
It must be bomb.
Yeah, right. It gotta be. It must be a reason.
Yeah.
But now, like, you drove. Why are you talking to that girl and knowing good and well she ain't got no money? She ain't got no money for no Chipotle.
Yeah. See, but that's where like I'm a real spiritual person, and that's where I do hate the fact that finances have to play a part, which they have to, literally.
Yeah.
But I hate that part of it because
everybody would be in
there
love.
Are some good, very, very good people who are terrible with money, or or they're just like they don't have the mindset of how to chase a bag. You know what I mean?
Oh so, yeah, I can't do nothing with that.
Yeah, no,
that's
and
bad.
That's where it's like the yin and yang though, like where you could be the bag chaser and this person could just be working a 9 to 5. You know what I mean?
I get that. Now, what I will say is, and I've had conversations with my sisters, and they might have said like, oh, they ran into somebody and they noticed that he don't got it, but he not even trying to get it.
Yeah.
You just sitting on the couch. Like the ICDC man said, you sitting on the couch right now, you watching your life pass you by. Come on, go to college. Yeah, over and over. Come on, ICDC. Yeah, like that's the problem is it's different when you just down bad and you're like, I need to re-up. Cool, right. We all had our moments.
Sure.
After I didn't spend a couple weekends lit, I'm ring up. I'm not doing nothing that's gonna come out of my bank account. I'm doing nothing but I don't want nothing but income coming in right now.
Right.
But I have ambition about me. And I know most of the people that I'm around, even my guy friends, they all are hustlers.
Right.
Hustlers don't stop. They keep going.
See, but like the industry that we're in, you're surrounded by people that are
like that.
You know, that they're like that. But we're so polarized by that fact of our own lives that we forget that not everybody's fucking like that. So like
that's the problem. Like, what are y'all doing?
It is what it is, and at the same time, like, you don't know how many times I tell myself like, I wish to God I could just go work a regular 9 to 5 and go home.
You thought that?
I have, but only because the toll it takes mentally.
Yeah, it's a lot of
and only because of that is the reason. So like I've heard a lot of CEOs say like if they could restart and do it all over again, they wouldn't go down the same path, even though they would. Yeah,
they got successful. Yeah.
Well, no, they said like even though I made billions of dollars,
that's what I'm saying. They became successful.
Yeah, but they said they wouldn't go that route. They'd go.
I know that's crazy to hear.
And it's
like, easy to say that when you got $1 billion in your bank account, like I wouldn't do it again, brother. Man,
but not everybody's made to be able to withstand that shit. A lot of mentally weak people in the world, you know. So that's where it's like you just find the person that matches the energy that you're willing to admit.
Yeah, and you do have to find that for you. If you like broke people, date broke people. That's facts. Like if that's what you want, if you want to date somebody that's broke, whether it's a man or woman.
Broke-minded too, just to broaden it out.
If you want to date somebody that's broke-minded, that's on you.
Yeah.
Go do that. But no one, I promise you, no one wants to date somebody that does not have any ambition about them.
Yeah.
If you want to call somebody a gold digger for that, that's again on you. And you probably like to date broke-minded people.
Yeah.
But that's not admirable. And a lot of times, women, I would say, are attracted to the ambition piece, where they want to see somebody that's like going to get it. So that's what it is people are attracted to the motion of it all and the aspect of you wanting to go get it, not just necessarily you popping bottles. That's just the reward of seeing that you. That's the glamour part, to see that you've been getting to the money so much that you are able to come in here and mess around and spend rent because you got it like that. But if you ain't got that ambition, broke people should never laugh. And that's what Nikki said, and we stand on that 10 toes. Another thing that and it's like I said, I had like a long week so far, and the week is still going on. But this is a conversation that I feel like needs to be had. I feel like I see people talk about or complain about businesses. I see people complain about areas, districts, and this is not just in Kansas City. This is in other cities. They only complain, though, after those people might kick them out of the place. Or, like, they don't have access to throw events, DJ, or be a part of those things anymore. And it's like people will be like, man, I don't like that area. I don't like that place. Because
after
you was cool when it was filling your pockets.
Yeah.
But now you want all of us to be in an uproar with you when you was just making buku money or probably little money, whatever it might have been.
Yeah.
But people do that where they just be like, man, we don't rock with this area or this place because they this and that. They was this, they are this and that. Yeah. They might be racist, but you was just in there.
Like it's bitter at that point.
So it's like you can't. I just, unfortunately, I don't like to see people pick and choose when it comes to that type of space because you see people's colors of being like, they was cool when it was benefiting them in their pockets.
Right.
But now they want to pull this card when that card was we already knew that.
Yeah. I had that happen to us.
Really? Like how?
So it's been a long time and I'm not going to say no names, but we had a person that we ended up letting go because of lack of preparedness and not even like fully committing to everything. And we let them go, and then they hopped in the group chat with everybody and tried telling everybody to leave NSPN and luckily,
I tried to do a mass walkout,
bro. Luckily, I was honestly like, she might really turn some heads, but luckily they like all called me and was like, bro,
what's going on? Yeah, I would have called you too. I would have been like, what's going on?
Yeah. But yeah, so I've dealt with shit like that before.
And I'm not saying that when you like, even a company, we all have worked for a company or at least somewhere for a period of time or work for somebody that you was just like, I'm not going to do this again. So you can have a good and a bad experience at a place. Like it doesn't mean that just because you're not there no more, you have to act like everything's glitter and glam. Right. Like, we know some stuff probably went down, but people literally choose when they want to stand up and go against a place. Only because they not making no more money in that space.
Once they're inconvenienced.
Like, stand on 10 toes. And just, you should have, like, stopped dealing with them when you felt like this.
Yeah.
But you didn't. And you only want us because you need backup. So that other people can't get in there too.
Yeah, they want everybody to feel the same way they do.
Yeah, and it's like people might feel that same way, but you was just getting paid for it. So that's that's just a one thing that, you know, I see people have. And on the side of like with my industry of working in radio, you see it a lot too. And it's not just my job. It's with plenty of other industries, even labels. I'm sure it happens where there are people that wanted a job or wanted some type of access and they weren't able to get it. And from there, since they weren't able to get whatever they wanted, they decided to then maybe speak out or make that entity or whatever sound bad. Don't be that person. Just because an opportunity doesn't happen for you immediately, or maybe somebody does say no. Maybe they do. They do. But the point is not to give up and then talk trash about whoever that might be. You can't do that. You can do that, but it's gonna mess you up. I promise that, because people would never forget. And there's so many conversations that I overhear of people, and they're like, "Man, I would have considered so and so, but guess why not? Because they got on Facebook and they start talking crazy." I don't understand why people do that. I have plenty of times where I might have not gotten the opportunity that I expected, or maybe not even expected. I was hoping for, because I don't expect anything. And I might have been disappointed. But what you don't do is get on social media and talk about that place, that station, that venue, because you're mad that you didn't get in. That's not what you do. Find another way, or reach out to the right people, because 9 times out of 10, you probably didn't even go the route that you should have. I remember, like, I was gonna say, I got plenty of little story times, but, you know, we'll mess around and accidentally go down a rabbit hole. But that all, you know, outside of that, invest in yourself. I'll say one more thing real quick. and I've noticed this, if you come to me or come to anybody that is in specifically the entertainment space, and you say, hey, can you hook me up with this, or whatever the case may be, can you put me in contact, whatever, I don't have a problem like passing along contact information or linking somebody or making an email introduction. I love a good email introduction. That's quick, fast, and in a hurry. So if I can help you in certain ways because maybe you know the direction you want to go, cool. But if there's a moment in time where we're having that conversation and maybe you just go ghost, or maybe you're not responding quick to it and it's a time sensitive matter, you want to interview for something and we don't hear from you, that shows people that you don't seem like you're really taking it seriously. Because if you want something, you're going to get it. It's simple. You clearly just you're not really diving into it. You really don't want to do it. And I feel like I've had a couple situations where people might have wanted, or we talked about them doing interviews or just anything of that sort. And I'm following up with them to be like, hey, what's going on with this? Did you say this? I know we talked about that, X, Y, and Z. And like I said, it seems like it's not an urgent matter for that person. Don't be that individual as much as you can help it. Like, life is going to happen. You're not going to be able to text people back. That happens. But like, if you have an ample opportunity to follow up with that person after you might have reached out to them, you probably should. I have a lot of people that I have talked to that are on platforms that I aspire one day. And I don't hit them up unless I know that I'm coming to them with all my ducks in a row, at least almost my ducks in a row. Like, I'm not finna hit them up and then just leave them dangling in the wind because I'm wasting their time. So that means that next time I want to hit them up, if I didn't take it seriously before, they gonna be looking at me like, girl, you faked on me the first time. So why would I even entertain this conversation? And I have people that sometimes do that. I can't be advocating more for you than you're doing for yourself. Don't ask for an interview if you're not going to follow up with the time. Don't ask for a contact if you're never going to email that person. Make sure that you are prepared to follow up with these things that you think that you want, or these things that you think that you want to have access to. And once again, life happens. You're not going to be able to catch every email and send and call everybody. But like I said, just invest in your time, because there's always somebody watching. And when you think that nobody is caring, or, man, I get back to them a month from now, you probably done messed up your relationship with that person, as far as not like they're going to beef with you, but they're probably not going to be as prone to help you as quickly as they would have before. So that's just my little quick tidbit for today. Congratulations to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Let me know what the attire is for the wedding reception. I will be happy to MC. I already booked my time off, so you ain't got to worry about no PTO. You know what I mean? Just let me and the crew know, and we'll be there. Very excited for the shindig. So, and then it happened in Lee Summit, they said. The proposal. So, yep. Oh, okay. The dad, Ed Kelce, in the article, it said Lee Summit. But I did see Leewood was posted too. I don't know, those seem very different, because ain't Leewood like more so in like Kansas?
It's Kansas, yeah, but it's
Lee
like
Summit
right
is
on
Missouri,
the edge.
ain't it?
Yeah. That's a whole like 30 minutes away.
That's what I was going to say. They're nowhere near each other.
Right.
So which one is it, Ed? Lee Summit or I don't know. We'll talk. We'll see if we can get in touch with Ed. We'll be back next week with a special guest. Appreciate y'all as normal. A little quick do. It's the Offer Hustle.